Hello, Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for your patience. I know I have not had a chance to sit down and talk to you guys, giving you guys an update on what's going on. I actually just finished editing a meal prep video, and if I'm being honest with you, I feel very weird about like videos that I recorded over the holidays. Even this meal prep video, I recorded on Friday. I used a new mic and I was expecting it to be like significantly better than how it came out, and like the audio was kind of weird. Even right now for this clip, I'm not even using the mic anymore, and even just some of the angles weren't right. I was using my tripod, and honestly, it's taking all of my soul to just strive on instead of just being like, fuck it, I'm gonna make a new video starting tomorrow. I'm like, you know what, fuck it, it doesn't matter. You're not even making any money right now. You're doing it for fun, and you're just trying to show the meal prep that you were doing. Yes, there can be improvement in the future, but it is what it is. I actually heard one of my YouTubers that I follow, Beauty and the Beastins, I forget what her name is, but she basically was like, you know, sometimes done is better than perfect. So it's fine. I just need to get that first, video out, and hopefully throughout the rest of the week I can have some more videos out, and I hope you guys can bear with me. I don't know, it's something weird. I feel like I need to refresh my, a lot of things, and I don't understand. I was pretty confident before the holidays, and now I'm like, don't feel confident about this, but it's all good. It is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta keep going. So thank you for your patience. I hope you guys like this video. It's kind of a long one, but hopefully it motivates you. Mwah. See you in the next one. Okay, welcome to today's video. I'm actually trying something new here with a microphone. Let me know if you guys can tell a difference in the audio, but apparently it helps reduce the background noise. So I'm gonna make one guacamole. I'm gonna use this one avocado to make guacamole. I'm going to roast these Greek tomatoes because, as you can see, they're kind of a little getting wilted. So we're gonna bring them back to life. I'm gonna roast some of these mushrooms. I also have 2 sweet potatoes here that I would like to roast. So these are gonna be in the roasting category. Then I have some dill here, which I'm gonna use for this chicken breast. There's actually a lot of chicken breast, but I'd rather just marinate it and cook it than let it freeze again. And then I want to wash romaine lettuce. I want to wash my cilantro. I want to wash these. And then right now, because I'm hungry, I'm going to start off by making myself a BLT sandwich. So I'm just going to put everything together and set you guys up. Back to what I was saying. First step, toast some English muffins. It's a bit of a war zone here because what I like to do is organize the fridge. And then when I know what I need to cook first, like first in, first out, I just put it on the table, and then I make a list. I make a mental list. I make many lists, and eventually I will execute on the list. So I even have Laura Vitale's recipe for the Greek chicken here. I'll show you guys. I think I am gonna try to see if I can get like a recipe holder, but it's really easy. So I'm gonna probably eat and start off with chicken marinade, because that will take the longest, and then I'll start deboning the chicken breast, and then I will roast vegetables. Or I might roast the vegetables first, who knows? We'll see, but I wonder if this mic makes a difference. So we had to toast that, and I'm just gonna quickly wash my hands. Probably should have done that before. Okay, so we are going to start off with a skillet. We have one that's non-stick that my mom and I kind of broke up. But I got this, I think on Boxing Day. It was like $9. I think the brand is Lagostina, so we're gonna use that. Just like a little bit. Oops. So basically what the scale is now telling me is that that slice had 4 grams of mayo, and then we'll see how much this slice has. So altogether I used 8 grams, so I'm cool to add a little bit more. I think 1 tablespoon, which is 15 grams, is what the serving size is based on in the back. Anyway, that's that done. So that was easy. So put the mayo away. And basically the art of making a sandwich is being quick. You gotta be fast. We have tongs somewhere. I'm gonna quickly do a little switcheroo, and we want to get rid of some of the excess oil before we let it crisp up. So let me just take all these, drain some of the oil, and then put it on the side that hasn't got good color yet. You know, non-stick pans are the way to go. It's so clutch. Adding a little bit of oil. The bacon fat does have oil, but I just want to make sure that the egg is removable when it's done. You can turn your fan on. It's going to be a little noisy. Perfect. Wonderful. Get rid of that. Wash your hands again. Bacon's almost done. So I'm going to add a slice of cheese. We said 12 grams of mayo, okay? 12 grams of mayo. Don't really need this for anything else. I'm going to grab this slice of cheese. I'm putting the cheese on first because I want whatever's hot to make it melt. You're really smart because these are kind of odd shaped. And do it like this. I am going to grab a paper towel, which I'll put on top of the mayo that fell. This is getting pretty good. I'm going to take it off. Don't want it too fucked up. Okay. And shit, I need pepper, but I have to restock it. Damn it. Done fucked up. So a little bit of salt. And actually at this point, I'm going to turn this off because eggs cook pretty fast. I had pepper somewhere that I needed to restock. I don't know if my mom put it away or what, but oh, this is so thick. But anyway, they don't have pepper. Any less in this? It's crunch time, so I really can't get it right now, but let's see if I can do a flip. I can't do a flip. Not that great. But it's like the perfect shape for my sandwich, and since the pot is still going to be residually hot, I'm okay to leave that there for now. I'm just trying to think if I need any stuff. Okay, so what we really need to do now that most of the bacon fat is gone, most, not all, because that would be boring, I'm going to add the bacon on top. We will add our little egg. Okay. It is supposed to be BLT though, so I'm not done yet. Okay. Put a bunch of eggs on top. I'm basically going to sandwich the egg with bacon. I don't know if you guys can see this still, but this is where we're at. And we have some good bushels of lettuce. Some romaine lettuce. How many times can one person say lettuce? Oh, but that looks so green and vibrant. Oh, wow. This is what I mean when the grapes are kind of like wrinkly and bruised. They're still good though. It's just that when you roast them in the oven, they'll get to that same texture anyway, so it's okay. And a lot of people don't like cooking with grape tomatoes because like when you cut them, it's kind of like explodes in your face. But if you use a serrated knife, which is meant for buns and bread and stuff, it makes your life easier. You do like 6. 4 is good. And then we add it on top. Oh my goodness. Let me show you guys what this bad boy looks like. Okay, so I still want one more quick snack. I'm just gonna have one of these maple and brown sugar oatmeals. I've already tracked it. So I'm using 1/3 cup of hot water. I don't like milk. Okay, and then you just mix it around and let it sit. But basically I use 1 pack of this. And then I do have some blackberries that I was gonna meal prep, so I just washed them and I'm gonna take about 100 grams as soon as I mix it. I will show you the final product. All right, so back to tracking. So it's at 0 grams. I mixed it all up and it will mix again later, but I'm basically just gonna add some of these blackberries over and we'll see how it changes. So it's at 15 grams, 21 grams. I said 100 is what I'm gonna put in. As close to that as I can get. 99. Okay, we'll stick to 99. So that is 99, and I basically just mix it up, and then it becomes like this purple color, and it's awesome, and it's delicious, and it basically craves my sweet tooth in 2 seconds. Okie dokie, so we are just about to start meal prep today. Sorry that you're not gonna be able to see my face through it, but I want you guys to have a good view of this. I'm gonna time lapse everything, and I'm sure you probably don't care to see me chopping meat. But you know, it's one of my least favorite activities myself, and as a result, recording it and vlogging it makes me more likely to do it. So I'm basically going to start off with the task that I think is the most annoying, which is making chicken. So it's most annoying but most fulfilling to finish. So basically I'm going to have Greek chicken that I'm using chicken breast, but I do think they're boneless, but I want to cut them into like kind of thinner slices. And then after I figure out how much chicken I have, I am going to make the marinade, and then I'm gonna roast the vegetables and start washing produce. In the meantime, I'm gonna time lapse you guys, so I'm gonna listen to Harry Potter on Audible, and I'm going to have a bubbly. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but Johan like kind of gave up Coke, and over the holidays wasn't drinking anything with sugar in it unless it was like Corona or something. So I'm not going out of my way to drink anything of Coke, but I'm also not stopping. But it would be nice to try this. The only ingredients are carbonated water and natural flavor. Calories is 0, fats is 0, carbs is 0. Everything is basically 0. So it's just something sparkly to give you that feeling of like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse and start doing that. I should get the scale though and see how much this weighs. Alright, so last you would have saw would have been me getting the chicken ready for the Greek chicken marinade, and that's all done. And I'm gonna cook that soon, but in the meantime I'm just gonna quickly make some of that roast vegetables. So I just peeled this, I did wash them, I also washed my hands. I have a bowl here, I have some olive oil, and I'm gonna use some salt and some pepper. I have to find the pepper. I took it out yesterday. Mom must have put it back. Okay. Quick time, pause while I refill the pepper. We just use like old bottles, VJ finds that like disgusting. I don't think that's disgusting at all. But hey, to each your own, whatever you gotta do. I'm pretty close to the ledge, let's not do that. Okay, so that's done. And basically I have 3 things. It's gonna be sweet potatoes, the grape tomatoes, which I'm just gonna quickly wash, and then the what? I think it is the mushrooms. And I kind of like the mushrooms whole because they do shrivel up a little when you bake them. So I'm kind of cool with that, but we'll see. You should try to keep all of your vegetables the same size. Meh, it's all good. You just touch and feel how it is. And I just try to cut them into like little strips and then do another slit lengthwise and then cut it into cubes. And there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so eventually I want to do a video where I talk about like my top 10 kitchen gadgets. It doesn't have to necessarily be expensive, but some of them are super useful. But anyways, earlier for the Greek chicken recipe I needed to use lemon, and I figured I'll put some extra lemon juice and use it for lemon water and for when I wash my romaine lettuce. So basically I used a lemon squeezer that I got from Amazon. VJ thinks it's the dumbest purchase, but it helps a lot. It squeezes out all the lemon. I just took a bunch, put it into this cup, and then I took the tablespoon and poured it in. So that way I knew I had like 4 tablespoons worth of lemon juice. Hopefully that made sense. But I'm gonna take probably 2 of these romaines, and I'll leave 1 full, just because it will last longer like that. So I've been listening to Harry Potter, and I'm on episode, I think I'm on chapter 7, which is crazy. But anyways, I basically take the romaine lettuce, if I can, cut it into thirds lengthwise, and then cut them again into bite-sized pieces. Basically, I'm going to fill this up with cold water and then pour some of that lemon juice on top. And that just keeps it from going brown faster. I'm going to fill up this cup with this lemon water. And I'm going to fill it up with cold water for me. Cold lemon water. Super lemony. Where's this one? While I just let that romaine lettuce soak, I'm gonna take these. So my mom is on the health tip now too. I told her to just start by drinking water. Like, you don't need to make drastic changes right away. She's obviously trying to like eat better and stuff like that, but she's saying that she's gonna eat these fruits, which is seedless grapes. And that's the thing. We used to buy it, but we never ate it in time, and then it goes bad. So one way we are more likely to eat it, as I learned from Jen Chapin, is that you get the fruit and produce ready to eat. So washed, dried, put in something. That way, you're more likely. Ew, moldy. But these were for like 99 cents a pound at Food Basics. I think the sale just ended, but it's a good sale. Okay, so earlier I showed you some guacamole. I'm gonna make that, but or some avocado that I'm gonna make into guacamole. I'm going to do that, but in a second, just because I need to use this to wash the cilantro. So I figured I might as well show you how to use this. So basically, it's pretty simple. You just use it as a salad spinner. Push it down a few times, and then you stop it suddenly, and then eventually, like, it was still pretty wet. You're gonna have water at the bottom of this, and see how much water it captured? So that's why. So unfortunately, we don't have much storage space in our fridge, since my mom makes food for my dad, and then me and VJ, and then if I make food, you know? So lots of food being made. Now we are going to make tacos, and in between I'm going to see if I can make guacamole. So I'm just measuring out 5 ounces for my mom of ground beef. We're now going to switch over to this side. So I have my ground beef, I have my cheese, onions, lettuce, and I'm gonna use guacamole kind of like a dip versus putting it on the actual taco. So first I make sure that both sides get as toasted and hot as possible. So see how one side's getting brown? That's great. I made sure it was pretty hot. In the meantime, I'm just using a little thing of the pesto mortar and squishing this as best as I can. Once it's to your desired level of mush, just take a fork, scrape off the sides, and we can taste for seasoning. Okay, so one side is more brown than the other. So I'm gonna start with, this is my mom, so I don't have to track it. And then all of this meat is hers. So this is 5 ounces of ground beef. I'm not sure the ratio of what it is. I just put 80-20. Pretty good. I'm going to use the same one to measure out mine. And then for my mom, lettuce. You know what? I'll put more lettuce for myself somewhere else. Some onions. This is VJ's life hack. He adds sriracha. I think that makes it just a tad too spicy. I take the side that's not toasted, push it down, and then I have one of these random silver things. I just use it to press it down. And since I didn't put the meat all the way, did I add more cheese at the end? No, I didn't. Fail vlog. Whoops. Wondering. It's all good. Never too late. Try that again, part 2. That's pretty crispy, but I mean, I like crispy. But I am going to turn this off and then move it on here and quickly cut it. Just going to wipe this down, move this here. There's a lot of multitasking in cooking, and I couldn't find a proper spatula. Basically, you want to do like a rocking motion, back and forth. Oh, this looks bomb. I don't think we have sour cream, but there you have it. I will give her the guacamole in a bit. That stain. Hopefully you can see that. Here's the thing, these are one of the most messiest things to make. Do I need this? No. So I start off with cheese at the bottom just to make sure that the meat has something to stick to, and 5 ounces is a lot. Oh, I was supposed to spread the avocado on, but that didn't happen. So we'll start with onions next. There's like 2 onions. I think they're all like stuck within each other. Okay, scratch that. What it looks like. Not my most presentable work, but there's guacamole, there's beef, there's cheese, and there's salsa. Okay, and then I'm going to show you guys the vegetables real quick. So the sweet potatoes need more time, but the mushrooms and the tomatoes are done, so I'm just going to remove them. Grilled chicken looks like this. I tried to zhuzh it one more time, and now I'm just gonna cook it. I made sure that this grill pan is hot. The reason I use this one is because of the fact that the lines will create nice grill lines, so it's like a fake grill look, you know? Okay, so I just want to quickly show you guys how I'm going to build a salad, and then I'm going to close off this vlog. So I basically have a metal bowl. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. I did get some arugula today, which is the next day, and I did cook the grilled chicken that I marinated last night. So those are two things I did, but I'm just going to take a handful of arugula, and I'm also going to take a handful of romaine lettuce because it was already prepped. So this morning I made some breakfast sandwiches and egg whites for myself. So I had an onion that I kind of am using throughout the day, and I kind of like this idea because if I have one onion that I'm using throughout the day, it's not bad and it's not as hard to peel. And then I have chicken as well as, so that's 5.2 ounces of chicken, and I have 41 grams of sweet potato that I cooked yesterday, roasted sweet potato, and then I also have some of the mushrooms and grape tomatoes, which I didn't track because I think they're like so irrelevant, that I heated up on a plate. So all of these three things I heated up on a plate, and I just diced up the chicken, which is why it's separate, and I'm just going to add this literally like this to my salad. I'm going to take the chicken with my hand since I only have one hand, and I'm only leaving some of the onions because I'm going to give it to VJ. So other than that, I'm basically just going to pick a salad dressing, weigh it out. I'm not going to add cheese. Only other thing I would have added is edamame, but I didn't cook it in time. So that's going to end today's vlog. I hope you guys get inspired to try something new, even if it's just getting more greens into your diet. So I will see you in the next one. Mwah!